Can I make it in? Can I make it in? Ha! Gotti! Good morrow, Wolfpack! This is Span Shagger, and welcome back to Monthly Favorites, the series where I talk about all this I've been watching, playing, and listening to. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about, finally, the month of August. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Podcasts! The first podcast I'd like to talk about today is actually the ETC podcast, which is run by the same guys who run the YouTube channel, the ETC Show, which are Ricky and Elliot. They make all sorts of videos talking about the news, whether it be movies, TV shows, politics, or the ridiculousness of the internet in general. So they really use their podcast as longer form of content where they do, like, it's either a movie review or something that's going on in the internet, like something like a YouTube controversy. Not all of them, but like the main ones. And and they also have awesome people on, like the creators of Deadpool, the creators of Swiss Army Man, the Hardcore Henry. Yeah, the list goes on. So if it sounds like a sweet deal, please feel free to check them out. Another podcast I like to talk about is called Not Too Deep, which is hosted by big YouTuber Grace Helbig. In each episode, Grace interviews a famous YouTuber and asks them, just really silly questions. Nothing too serious, like, ever. I mean, the questions usually are like, oh, who do you feel like throwing cold spaghetti at right now? Or it's like, tell your worst pants shitting story in 3 words or 3 small phrases. So, I mean, it's a wacky time, alright? So if you want to listen to a podcast that's utter nonsense, please check it out. I mean, I highly recommend it. It's a good time. We all have music. I listened to Frank Ocean's new album, Blonde, and I enjoyed it. YouTube. Alright, so hold on to your dicks for this one, because I've been really got into the channel SuperMega, which is hosted by Matt Watson and Ryan McGee. I've been subscribed to them ever since they started this gaming channel back in April, but I actually didn't start watching their videos until last month, and they are really, like, legitimately funny guys. They became known on YouTube because they're friends with Markiplier and featured in a bunch of his videos, and I was just, at the time, just supporting them because, they were friends with Mark, and Mark's a cool guy, so I assumed that Ryan and Matt had to be cool guys because, that's just how it goes, I never really got to know them until I started watching their videos on SuperMega, and now I understand why they're friends with people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all the people like Game Grumps. They even started recording their videos at the Grump Space, and have been featured on a bunch of Game Grumps episodes as of late. So that really makes me happy because currently my 2 favorite gaming channels are Game Grumps and SuperMega. So definitely go check out SuperMega, alright? Help Matt and Ryan out there. They're a bunch of witty gentlemen, okay? Another channel I wanted to talk about is the huge channel Epic Rap Battles of History. I didn't know if you understood because I was doing the narrator voice, but as I said before, it's a huge channel, so you've probably heard of them at least or seen one of their videos. But if you haven't, the premise is that 2 characters are pinned to each other in a rap battle, whether fictional or actually from actual history. They've made such battles as Hitler versus Darth Vader, Mozart versus Skrillex, Deadpool versus Boba Fett, and so much more. My personal favorite battle would have to be the Eastern philosophers versus the Western philosophers. I've been a fan of theirs for a long time, but I started watching them again a lot in August because I'm trying to memorize the battles from season 5. Yeah, I like to memorize the battles so that when I actually go to watch them, I can get into it as the characters because I love how intense the characters can get in a rap battle. I've actually been thinking about doing some covers of the epic rap battles because, since I know them so well, I was like, I might as well, do something with it. So if that is something that people want to see, so let me know down in the comments if you actually want me to do some ERB covers, alright? Because I'd love to do it, but only if people want it, alright? I'll probably make one and see how that does and tell them, alright, if you want more, then just let me know in the comments and, by liking and all that type of craziness. Video games. I didn't play that much Pokemon Go in August, but hopefully I will in September because so far my team is still the same, so I can't. It's the same one. If I pull it up again, it's just gonna be the same thing. But hopefully I will more in September so that my team could look, stronger and different and all that sort of stuff. I only have 1 Pokemon that's in the thousands as of combat power, but But I did play a lot of Fire Emblem Fates The Birthright campaign. This campaign does have a very different feel from the Conquest campaign, which I love because, you know, it's not like Pokemon where you're just playing the exact same game twice if you have both versions. No. Birthright and Conquest are quite different. Conquest got really intense at times and it's way tougher than Birthright. Birthright is pretty easy for the most part. I mean, I don't want to... I'm still not done with it, so I can't say overall. But I would say Birthright is easier only because Birthright actually allows you to train up your characters because they actually give you like training levels already. So you can train with these bad guys and stuff, but you don't have that in Conquest. So I guess that's why Conquest would be tougher. Because since I'm able to train my characters in Birthright faster, I've been able to get them all married to each other easily so I can have their kids as characters. And I think you can marry their kids to each other too. I mean, I'm probably gonna find out because they give you so many training levels to do. It's crazy. But like I said, I didn't finish the Birthright campaign yet, so hopefully I will in September. I haven't played video games that much recently, so hopefully I can get back into it. Movies! Going to be honest, I didn't watch that many movies this month, so this speedrun's gonna go really fast. Suicide Squad is the third movie in the DCEU and it let a lot of people down, but for me, the main problem for me was that it was so structured so weirdly and badly. But I still liked it better than Dawn of Justice. Sausage Party is a R-rated animated movie created by Seth Rogen and it's so bizarre. Like, not even in a bad way, just weird, just extremely weird. It tackles topics such as religion, sex, drugs, but I mean, I think I think you'll like it, hopefully. I don't know. Green Room is a not so well-known movie. It's a very small movie starring Patrick Stewart, and it has a completely original concept because this band gets trapped in a green room just trapped by neo-Nazis, and you know, it's so fresh. It's such a fresh thriller that I definitely think you should go see it. And finally, Bo Burnham's Make Happy is his comedy special on Netflix, which isn't a movie, but I figured I'd put it in this category because it doesn't really fit anywhere else. But anyway, the guy's very funny. I've never seen any of his other stuff previous to this, but I'm tempted to go take a look back at his older stuff. I really am. TV shows. Now, it looked like I didn't have any TV shows to talk about for August, but I ended up watching 2 different series at the end of the month, so here we go. The first was the Netflix original Stranger Things. Stranger Things is such an incredible narrative that I could not recommend it enough. A boy goes missing in a small town that's set in the 1980s, and so when his friends go to find him, they find out that there is an even bigger mystery surrounding the town. And it's very Stephen King-esque, so if you like Stephen King stuff, then I think you'll love this show. I mean, he did. He publicly said it. And the show just got renewed for season 2, which I am pumped for, but unfortunately won't come out until next year. So, I can wait. I'll just sit in this chair for a year and just think about life until it comes back on. And the other show I wanted to talk about is another Netflix original. Look, I watch a lot of Netflix, alright? So just get over it. The Ranch. The Ranch stars That 70s Show's alums Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson. When I heard that these two were reuniting to do a Netflix series together, I could not have been more excited. That 70s Show is one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Kutcher and Masterson still have the same chemistry they did for this show, and it's fantastic. This show is about 2 brothers who decide to, it's time to finally help their asshole dad take care of their ranch that takes place in the South. Even though I can't relate to something like that, I was still able to enjoy the show. So if you are a fan of these guys and you did love That 70s Show, I do think you should watch The Ranch because I think you'll like it. It's pretty good. And now for the best thing. The best thing of August would have to be the return of my best friend Antonio. He's been away training with the National Guard ever since March, so for about 5 months, so it was finally good for him to return home. When we finally hung out, it was as if no time passed by. He's still the same guy and we're still doing our thing. Although I don't know if he wants to come back to returning videos with Camilo and I, because when he came back, it was like he's got all this stuff to do. Like he's got to prepare to go to a new college and have to work while still be training with the National Guard. So I didn't want to bombard him with YouTube stuff when we hung out. I just wanted to be, you know, just me and him just hanging out, because it's been forever. So I will bring it up eventually, and then we will talk about it so that we can move forward with how things gonna go. Is it gonna be us three again, or is it just gonna be me and Camilo? Like, I don't know. We're gonna see. There's gonna be a big update video coming to Project Paradox in the near future. But as for game paralysis, this channel is gonna stay pretty much the same. And if it doesn't, then I'll make an update. Well, that's it gonna be for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and don't forget to subscribe and be part of the Wolfpack today. Let me know down in the comments of stuff you have recommendations for me for stuff that I should watch, players listen to. And yeah, it's time for this lone wolf to roll out. Oh!